So we are going to start our new nonfiction text. What is something that good readers do?
Preview the text.
Great. Okay, let's all take 20 seconds. Preview the text. Write one thing down that you learned from the title. Go. So I should see your pencils in your hands because you're writing down one thing. Sometimes I narrate so much the kids tell me to shut up. I know. They're like, okay, be quiet. We're trying to do it.
We'll work on that.
Okay, Naira.
Yeah, you could just say like very quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's the volume.
Yeah. Are you calling me loud? When I whisper, they're like, why are you talking like that? Can't get anything right. Okay. So what is something that we learned from the title? Mr. Hart, what's something that you wrote down on your paper?
I saw that it said lower ninth ward, and I know that our book is about the ninth ward where the levees broke and people died.
So Mr. Hart commented on the lower ninth ward. You need to add this note to your paper if you didn't already have it. So lower ninth ward, this is where the levees broke and lots of people died. We also have talked about how the people that died there were a lot of times minorities and people of poverty. So that could add to what we know. Does anyone else want to add something that they found in the title? Miss Munnelly.
Use Mike, but I'm Miss Molly. It's from another text, so because our objective today is nonfiction, it's probably from a nonfiction text.
Great. Amazing. So this probably came from another text. Let's also comment about the words forgotten people. Who are the forgotten people of the night of New Orleans?
People that were left.
Good. People left
Houses. Government left them.
to drown. Yep. Okay, great. So we already know just by the title that this is probably about the people in the lower ninth ward. They feel forgotten. This word forgotten makes me feel a certain type of way about how the author feels, and they were left to drown. Okay. I'm going to have you guys right now have a pencil in your hand, focused on me. Our goal for today is to paraphrase and chunk so that we can get the main idea. So I'm going to model for you how to do this. I want you to take notes with me and pay attention to what I'm doing. Is that a lot? No? Okay. All right. So, waiting for two people's pencil in hand. We're on the second page, waiting for two people to turn their paper to the second page. Our ninth ward books are shut. Thank you. Okay. Before Hurricane Katrina roared across New Orleans on August 29th, 2005, few Americans had heard of the lower ninth ward. All right, so I already know that this is before the storm. Nobody knew about the ninth ward. After, the hurricane caused major levee breaches.
Right there. Look for us to make sure we did it.
Did what?
Can we underline with you? Sorry? Just do that. Start from the sentence. Start from reading again, and then do it, and then watch us.
Okay. Before Hurricane Katrina roared across New Orleans on August 29th, 2005, few Americans had heard of the lower ninth ward. So I'm going to underline before because I know this happened before the hurricane hit. So everyone should underline the word before. Waiting on Miss Munnelly to underline the word before because we're talking about the storm or the ninth ward before the storm hit. Few Americans heard of the lower ninth ward. So I'm underlining few Americans had heard of the lower ninth ward. This is what I already know about the text and I can comprehend because these are all words I know. After, the hurricane caused major levee breaches through which waves of water rushed and tossed homes and cars around like toys. The lower ninth ward came to represent the convergence of destructive forces on a society. So this to me has a lot of words that I don't know, but so far I know it's talking about before the hurricane and then what happened after. So I'm going to write on my paper, and everyone needs to be writing with me. The ninth ward was unknown until the storm. So now we got to find out, why was it known after the storm? What happened? So I'm going to keep reading. The hurricane, the vulnerable geography of New Orleans, the government neglect, and urban poverty and racial tension. So these are all things that now the ninth ward is known for after the storm. I don't know what some of them mean, but I'm going to underline them all so So let's all do this. Underline every word that now the Lower Ninth Ward is known for. So I know what the word hurricane means. Obviously, we know about the ninth word because of hurricane. So I'm going to put a check over that word. Let's do that. Vulnerable geography. I'm not totally sure what that means. Urban poverty. I know this means about being poor. So now it's known for the hurricane and poor people. Let's write the word poor under the word poverty. Am I being that specific?
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Right.
And last, racial tension. I know this has to do with race. And we've talked a lot about how the people who lived in the Lower Ninth Ward were African American, and they feel like they were forgotten because of their race and because of their socioeconomic status. So I'm going to take all the things I just learned and write them on my paper. Ninth Ward was unknown until Hurricane Katrina. Now it's known. We're all writing for negative things. Okay, so your paper should look like mine. I'm looking around. Most people's paper look like mine. Okay. What are some things that I did while I was going through this first paragraph that helped me better understand the text? Mr. Hart.
You underlined things in the beginning that you knew.
Okay. So I made sure that I underlined only the most important parts about the things I knew. I didn't feel like I needed to underline the date for Hurricane Katrina because that's not really the most important thing. That's not what this text is about. This text isn't really even about Hurricane Katrina. It's actually about the aftermath. Somebody else. What's something else that I did while I was reading?
You didn't let the words that you didn't know get in the way, and you used the words that you did know to get a gist.
Great. So we didn't need to know what government neglect meant and geography to know that now it's known for bad stuff. Anybody else? Last thing I did.
You put it all together.
Woo!
Final